Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om. All those that are invisible are filled by Brahman. All those that are visible are also fully permeated by Brahman. The whole universe has come out of the whole Brahman. Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we are in the Śvetāśvatara Upanishad, and we are on the 4th chapter, and we have read about that, to meditate on that reality, which is that absolute, ultimate truth, which is the root cause of all the manifestations of this universe, etc. So in the 12th verse we read, Yo devanang prabhavasthudbhavascha Vishva udhipa rudra maharsi hiranyagarbha paśyata hiranyagarbhang paśyatu jayamanam shano buddhya subhaya sangjunaktu. Let that Lord God guide our intellect in one all that which is auspicious. May He who created the gods and goddesses and supports them all with the witness who witnessed the birth of the cosmic soul, who confers bliss and wisdom on the devoted, destroying their sins and sorrows and punishing all breaches of law. May He, the great seer and the Lord of all, endow us with great thoughts. That means we are praying not to Saguna Brahma. In a way, it's not that like avatar form, but it is a form which is the form of Ishvara form. Vedantic idea of Ishvara. What is the Ishvara idea? Ishvara is, who is Ishvara? Who can say? Who is Ishvara? Who is God? Eh? I am asking you the question, you give the answer. Who is God? Then two terms, why should be Brahman and God?
Swamiji,
Huh?
Swamiji is Ishvara beyond time.
Beyond time? No, he is within time. That's why he is Ishvara.
So the absolute akṣare.
Absolute is Satchidananda. Next step is Ishvara.
Isn't it plus Maya or plus Shakti?
Yeah.
Plus Maya or plus
You are coming to the point now. Yeah. Brahman plus Shakti or Maya Shakti, that becomes Ishvara. Brahman has nothing to do. Hey, whose face I cannot see behind. Why not move little bit? Huh? Don't block others also. Go, so much room, entire hall is free. Get in, go. Yeah. Can you not move another step? Oh my God. This side. Okay. It is Ishvara. Ishvara. Ishvara is what? Saguna Brahma. What is the definition of Ishvara? Judeo-Christian idea of Ishvara is what? God, the absolute? No. God, the timeless? No. That is not their concept. Ishvara is that who is there? Where is God? God is everywhere. Is it not? That means He is unlimited, beginningless, endless. But He has the quality. Who is God? God creates this universe. The creative power of creation, and its ruling. He created and created some gods to look after that department, no? as a big company starts, no, with its different departments. And when they think that this department, then they hire people, no, to be in that position. They get some job. So gods are given some jobs to look after particular departments. Lakshmi, Saraswati, Lakshmi for wealth department, Saraswati for wisdom department, Jnana department, no? Ganesha, success giving, Kartikeya, winning in the war. So those are the powers given to them. So this is the way it has been described, that he creates, not only Ishvara is one, the absolute Brahman, when added with, plus with Maya, Shakti, then this, he creates himself as Ishvara, the ruler, the controller, the guide, the protector, the destroyer. All these aspects are there, and then he divides himself into different gods and goddesses, and then goes to the Avataro. Who is Avataro?
Incarnation.
And that's the English translation. Who is Avataro? Who is Ramakrishna? Who is Rama? Hey! It is God himself comes down, he is called Avatar. Understand? God the Absolute, who creates, sustains, maintains and nurtures, when he himself, with his whole power in hand, comes down in disguise, taking the form of Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna. So that is called the avatars, incarnations. So here it says, Yo devanang prabhavastut bhavastu. I have read, I don't want to go to that, but already I have spent some time. That reality, who is the cause, prabhava, udbhava, creation and sustenance, the power of creation and sustenance belongs to that God who is the Lord of the gods. Because he creates the world, and maintenance he creates gods also, gods, and that's why it's so small g, big G. Capital G is the one God who is worshipped in Islam, religion, in Christianity, in Judaism, all talking about God, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. No, that is the Lord, God. And when he comes down as a human being, he is called Ishvara. So we are talking about Bhagavan. We are talking about Ishvara or God, capital. That is that Ishvara who creates, sustains and maintains Vishwadhipa, who is the Lord of this Vishwa, this world. Rudra, who destroys the universe in the form of Shiva sometimes. Maharishi is the great sages, he became the sages. Hiranyagarbha paśyaty jayamana, who observes even the creation of the Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means the cosmic prana, cosmic consciousness. I mean the guile in the covered with the garb of what you call the prana energy. That's again Hiranyagarbha is egg, but what does it mean? When Ishvara comes to one down level, he is called Hiranyagarbha. And when it comes one down gross, then it becomes this entire stars, galaxies, whatever visible universe you see. So, three gradation in the Ishvara side. God, Hiranyagarbha, and Virat. And individual self, you. If you look at from your side, who are you? You are called Virata, means the cosmic growth. You are a part of the cosmic growth. Viśve, you are called Viśve. When you go to sleep, you are in the Taijasa. Taijasa means Hiranyagarbha is the cosmic egg and individual. We live in our dream state. How do you live? There is some, you see so many dreams. Where is the light? That light is the light of individual jiva. No? So that is the, when you are dream state, that is the cosmic level called Hiranyagarbha state. And when you go to sleep state, then you become Ishvara, unmanifest or manifest something. So these are to be compared in this way. Anyhow, we are praying to God, who is the creator, sustainer, destroyer of this universe, and also creator of the gods and goddesses, and who is the eternal witness of all. Oh Lord, please guide us with good intentions. Guide us. Our buddhi should be directed in the proper direction, proper way, so that I can realize the highest in this life. You know, people utilize the same energy, 24 hours. Some good holy people, they are spending 24 hours for meditation, prayer, japa, etc., etc., no? And other 24 hours thinking how they can create trouble for others, day and night. One problem is created, okay, another problem, let us create another problem. So, time is the time, utilized in this way or that way. But we are asking for, O Lord God, guide us, our intellect, so that we can take a recourse to our divine nature or divine self. Now, 13th verse also we read that I worship your devānam udhipo, who is the Lord of the devas, the gods, yasmin loka udhitisthita, upon which this whole lokas, the planes of creation, gross, subtle, causal. Hinduism, they call 14 lokas. 14 planes are there. Earth, no? Above is bhuva, space, swa, sarga, God's zone, heaven, like that. And higher heaven, 5-star hotel heaven, 6-star hotel heaven, like that. Go up, and go down, like naraka, punishment area, tala, satala, bitala, sutala, rasatala, tala. Go down. Dark area, ignorant area more. So this whole range who controls. He is that Lord God who controls. Jo īśe asya dipadas chatuspada. Dipada means the two-legged. And chatuspada means four-legged. He who, īśe, he controls all the bipeds and quadrupeds created in this universe. That Lord God, I want to offer my salutation. Who else shall I offer my salutation? But to him only. So, kasmai devāyo hovisha abhidemo. When I do the oblation in early days, home of fire or jagna. So in the jagna they offer some oblation. To whom? Not to these small gods and goddesses, but I am offering to that God by whose will the gods and goddesses is the controller of the gods and goddesses, in whom, in the entire creation of lokas, 14 lokas are just staying over it, and the īśe, and he who controls the bipeds and quadrupeds, created animals and beings, I offer my oblation, my offering, my puja, my offering to him. Sukṣmāti sukṣma kalilasya madhye viśvasya sastharam aneka rūpam viśvasya parivestitaram gyatva shivam shantim attantam apnoti. Now, what I am doing? I will get shantim, peace. Attantam. Attantam is absolute, supreme, superlative. That ananda. There is no more bliss more than that. There is no more joy higher than that joy. So I am, and that is the Shiva. Shiva means dancing Shiva, that also. But you can think here auspiciousness. Shiva means all auspiciousness. The embodiment of auspiciousness, Shivam. Viśvasya ekam parivestitaram. And that ekam Shivam, gyatva, only knowing him. Knowing that reality, who is parivestitaram viśvasya ekam, who is that one absolute, and spread all over the created universe interpenetrated into it like a, what you call the, permeated, like space everywhere. Knowing him only, one can attain absolute peace. No other nanno pantha vidyate ayanaya. There is no other way of attaining permanent peace unless one knows this reality, sukṣmāti sukṣmam. It cannot be visible by the eyes. You cannot take a telescope, microscope to see finer things you can find. But no telescope, no microscope can give an idea of that infinite. So, sukṣmāti sukṣma kalilasya madhye. In this created universe so gross, in that gross universe, there is the subtler than the subtlest. Sukṣmāti sukṣmam. Viśvasya śvetāśvatara. He who has created this viśva, this entire universe. Śvetāśvatara, śvetāśvatara, that Śvesta, the creator. Maneka rūpam, who has taken millions and billions and trillions and zillions of forms, endless forms, no? I offer my salutation, and only by knowing him one can find eternal peace. You try to find peace in any other way, that will be an effort, but no fruitless effort. But if you worship that one, that means Upanishad is always hinting towards the oneness. And duality always takes you to duality. Mahakali is one, but Chinnamasta is another. What will fight with? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? And then you will go to, oh, this is Shiva. Shall I go to Shiva? Which form? Then I will go to Lakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, or Vidya Lakshmi, or to, what Lakshmi? Lakshmi, many. Eh? Ashtamurti is there. Even Lakshmi. How many Lakshmi? So which Lakshmi puja will call? Dhanalakshmi? Or what is that? Another name? Mahalakshmi. And duality is manifesting in 100 ways. How many division you can make it? And separate. But Vedanta and Upanishad says only one, from whom everything has come. You see, it's starting from that point down. And we are here, so much diverse. So who is greater? Who has the power of fighting with a gun or weapon or buddhi, intellect. So, shanti. Shanti is available only. So one attains infinite peace when one realizes, what is realizes? That blissful one who is subtler than the subtlest, who creates the world in the midst of all this disturbance, who assumes various forms, and who is the only one that encompasses the universe. Think of that and take refuge in him, then you are in peace. In our day-to-day life, so many tribes and tribulations and pains and agonies and worries comes, no? Lift your mind into that consciousness. All this world didn't vanish. That is the point. Shanti means where all these disturbances will have no effect on our life. That how will you get? Go to that one who creates this universe, who sustains this universe, on whom everything is pulsating, who pervades everywhere, who is the cause of sustenance, maintenance, destruction, and he permeates everything. So knowing only that means realizing only that. We know, I am intellectually talking. This is knowledge through intellect. This will not do. Pratibodha viditam. One has to experience that in every pore of the body, that this is the only reality and all else is only appearance. Now that's reality. We have read that also. 15th verse we read. Saiva kale bhuvanasya gupta Vishwadhipa sarvabhuteshu gura Vishwadhipa sarvabhuteshu gura Yasmin yukta brahmarsayo devatascha tameva gatva mrittu pāṣaṃ chinatti, mrittu pāṣaṃ chinatti, saeva kāle bhuvanasya gupta, saeva kāle bhuvanasya gupta, viśvādhipa, sarvabhuteshu gūಢā, sarvabhuteshu gūಢā, yasmin yukta, brahmarsayo devatāscha, brahmarsayo devatāscha, tameva gatva, mrittu pāṣaṃ chinatti, mrittu pāṣaṃ chinatti, mrittu pās. Pās means the cord, the tie, knot of mrittu, the death. We don't live, we die, we are always dead. Every second we are fearful, frightened. What will happen? We are dying every moment. You can cut that fear of death and that bond which fear of death brings. Mrittu pāṣaṃ chinatti. Just cut asunder. Why? Tameva gatva. Again, only realizing that. Without that, freedom is not there. You go to heaven, you can enjoy heavenly joy, and then either come back here, or after millions of years you move another step. In another zone you go and stay there another millions of years. But that's why it said realization should be here and now. That's also secured. That's why it is emphasized. To realize whatever, do it now and here. Don't keep it for afterlife. After dying, what will happen, who knows? All these words will be mere words. Who knows what is happening and who is going to describe those things? Only sages are kind enough to tell us. Now, saeva kāle, that reality, in time, proper time, bhuvanasya gupta, who is the protector of this entire universe, is the viśve, is the Lord of the whole entire cosmos, sarvabhuteshu guru, who is concealed or embedded or hiding in the heart of all. Gudha means concealed. It's embedded. You cannot see from outside. Who is concealed in every heart. That is the miracle or you can magic. God is here and now. He is in every heart. And because of that I am talking. But I do not know where is that. We have no concept about that. We talk only. So, because it's so fine way it is embedded, yasmin, in whom brahmarsayo, Brahma and Rishi, Brahmarshi. Brahmarshi means Sanaka, Suka, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumaro, they are called Brahmarshis, no? And devatāscha, and all the gods like Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Kali, Mother, the Durga, all these, they all juṣṭaṃ, merge into that. Tameva gatva, you have to know that. That's why in our Ramakrishna we say, embodiment of all gods and goddesses. And know him, you know free. See how Upanishad is giving this instruction. That's why don't think that what instructions our gurus give, very superficial. That's why they don't edit that. Do exactly that. You will find in matches with the experiences of the Upanishads. What is saying? So that in time, who maintains, nurtures the entire universe, who is the Lord of this entire cosmos, who is embedded in every sarvabhuteshu gudha, is embedded, hiding in the heart of everyone. Jasmin yukta, connecting with him, Brahma, Rishi, Brahmarshi, Suk, Sanandan, etc., devatāscha, and the gods are having their existence. Tameva gatva, only knowing that reality. Mrittu pāṣaṃ. You may have darshan, vision of God. Vedanta will say it is not liberation. It is a good state of mind. That's why Vedanta does not give too much emphasis for your vision and experience. Vision is a good sign that your mind was in good mood, it showed you something good. But still mind is there. So long mind is there, you are in ignorance. You have to transcend the mind. Mind will be dead there. The Ramakrishna going to Samadhi. His body is gone, mind is also gone. Mind is not in the world. There is no sign of life in his body. Doctors don't find the pulse. Body, mind is gone. That's why Upanishad says, Avang manasa gocharam. Or bak, beyond speech. Or means opposite of. Then speech cannot express it. Or bak. Or mana. Mind cannot stay there. And go. It is not the gocharam, is within the realm. It is not in the realm of the mind or the speech. That is, it is subtler than the subtlest, that's why. Knowing that, the first said something, last verse said, you will attain eternal peace. And here it is said, mrittu pāsaṃ chinatti. The pāsa, the knots, which has bound us to the death. Because we are actually dead people. We either live in fear or we are in fear. Two situations of ours. How big we are. Everyone is thinking, I'm dying probably. What will happen tomorrow? All is fear of death. And it is in future, even not dead. But those who are facing death means physically handicapped or in the deathbed or in the ventilator. Look at that. They are already dead. And we are before that we are dead. Thinking of them we are dead. So this is the bond. It is to be cut asunder by think this way. I meditate on that who is beyond time and who in time has become the master, the Lord God, creator of this entire universe. Bhuvanasya Gupta, viśve is the Lord of this cosmos. Infinite number of stars and galaxies. He is the controller of that. Whose control? All the stars and galaxies and solar systems are rotating. How it is going on? Is it fun? Look at the cosmos. We are talking about our big problems. Look at the cosmos, what is going on. Billions of stars are getting into the black hole. What is black hole? Why it is going there? Who is stopping there? Whose control? That is the control by the Lord God One. So think of God in a dimension, infinite dimension. We have no concept about God, and we make everyone avataro, everyone divine, everyone nirvikalpa. All this terminology has become so easy, but you have no concept about to get a glimpse of that understanding. So, knowing Him, so He alone is the protector of the world at the proper time. He is the Lord of the universe hidden in all creatures. In Him the divine sages, the gods merge themselves, realizing Him. Thus one cuts asunder the fetters of death. Think of Ramakrishna like that. All gods and goddesses merging there. All merge. All the big guys, the big in their field. But when go to God as a human body, you see the same God. That's why I say go and merge, and merge, and merge. Understand your avatar of your principle here a little bit. People think that, what if I to think of the form? I am beyond form. Start there. You will not be able to think of any infinite formless God. How much you can think about, how much your mind can think about infinity. Now 16th verse. Gritat parang mandamivo, parang mandamivo, oti suksmam, gatva shivam, sarvabhuteshu gūಢam, bhuteshu gūಢam, viśvasaikam parivestitaram, viśvasaikam parivestitaram, gatva devam muchyate sarva paśyaihi, muchyate sarva paśyaihi, ghritat parang mannamiva, ghritat parang mannamiva, uti sukṣmaṃ gyatva, uti sukṣmaṃ gyatva, shivam sarva bhuteshu gūಢam, shivam sarva bhuteshu gūಢam, viśvasaikam parivestitaram, viśvasaikam gyatva devam, muchyate sarva paśyaihi, muchyate. So ghritat param, then ghee, finer than the ghee. Clarified buttermilk is called ghee, no? It's finer than that. Mandanam, their essence. One will be one who encompasses the world and who hides himself in oye. Viśvasya ekam parivestitaram, he who, that ekam, that one, who parivestitaram viśvam, who pervades in all this created universe, and which is finer than the, like the example of the ghee, finer than the clarified butter. Mandamiva, mandam means essence. Mandamiva, like that, uti sukṣmaṃ, exceedingly subtle. And he is called Shivam, the blissful one, and who is parivestitaram, Shivam sarva bhuteshu gūಢam, who is embedded in all creatures, gyatva devam, knowing him, see, sarva paśyaihi muchyate, all types of fetters which binds us in the world, he will be able to free from that. It's the same idea. So it says one is really released from all fetters on realizing the blissful one, who encompasses the entire world, who hides himself in all beings, in an extremely subtle form, as the essence finer than the ghee. So what is the finer than the ghee? Essence finer than ghee means ghee or butter, which forms the very essence of milk, exists in it in the form of every minute and invisible particles. Ghee, you think of the milk, take say 1 pound of milk. In every entire milk, every drop of milk, the ghee is embedded. We don't see the ghee, but ghee is there. It's finer, hiding there. So that example. Only the process of churning can make it manifest. How they make the buttermilk, churn it. In the machine they churn. In early days they used to churn by hand. So churning can make it manifest. The ghee can manifest from that. So also, God is the subtle essence of the world, but it remains invisible to us until we feel His presence to spiritual practice. Churning. Churning means by concentrating on the spiritual sadhana. They can only find. That is a very good example. Yes, Dodhini Sarpi, that is also another language, the same example. Sarpi, in that buttermilk. So Dodhi, yogurt. Yogurt is there in the milk, but you cannot see that. So even in the milk, there is buttermilk. You don't see that. So we see the world, but we don't see God. So though we see the outer, but we don't see the inner, eyes are not there. So similarly, we have to viśve gyatva devam. You have to know that reality, and only by that all the fetters of our the life and death, this bondage, will be gone. See what other book says. This is just a translation.
The ghee is parinama of the yoga.
Yeah, example. You have to take that part of the example. Parinamavad, it will be really, if you take the example of Parinamavad, that's a good example. But here Vedantic concept is bringing only that part, that as buttermilk is not seen in the milk, I don't see the buttermilk, but it is there. Similarly, I don't see God here, God is there. That part, I say, always it is said, examples are to explain one particular aspect of the truth. If you take it in other place, it will fail. As a cream floating on the surface of, I say here he said, 16th verse, he says, knowing Shiva, Gyatva Shivam. So here Shankaracharya says, knowing Shiva, Shiva is all auspiciousness, as hidden in all beings, like the very fine film that rises to the surface of clarified butter. And knowing that the deity, capital, which is the one all-encompassing entity of this entire universe, one becomes free from all bondages. Then Shankara says, as the cream floating on the surface of clarified butter is an object of great pleasure to its possessors, similarly, to the people desirous of liberation, the Supreme Self is an object of infinite joy. On account of being the source of joy, that is the quintessence, Gyatva Shivam, by knowing Shiva. This has already been explained before, who is very subtle in the form of bliss, which is like that, like the cream of clarified butter. And Sarvabhuteshu means Gurham as hidden in all being, that is, in those form, Brahma to a clump of grass. So, whether it is, Swami Vivekananda says, each soul is potentially divine. Everywhere there is no manifestation, may be less or more, but each soul has the same equal amount of power. Behind all these little bulbs or this powerful bulb or whatever, one electricity running equally. And according to bulb, how much they are manifesting. 1000-watt bulb, night lamp, both are bulb, supported by the same electric supply. Manifesting power, your pure heart will shine forth before all, no? And when the mind is not clear, it will be dull and insignificant. So, but the support, the supply of energy is the same. In every home, this line goes, the 110 to 220 volt is given to all. And how much it manifests or non-manifests depending on the instrument. But power behind all of us is the same. Manifestation you can do. Ramakrishna said that to Giri, Ishwar asked Ramakrishna, has God given anyone more power and less power? Ramakrishna said, yes, he has given, otherwise why I have come to see you? But he is not saying more power means manifestation of the power. How much you can manifest through your body, mind, intellect, greater than. That's why we call they are highly intellectual people, dull people. The power behind the same dull person is the same energy as is the energy behind the most talented person. Only he can manifest, he can express, and another cannot. So, here it is said that Brahma is hidden in all being. Those from Brahma to a clump of grass, everywhere. Brahma-hote, ji paramanu, sarvabhuti sei Bhagavan. Swami Vivekananda in a poem, he expressed this idea. Brahma-hote, jiva, manu, paramanu. From there to this, everything is permeated by that one reality. It is hidden because although he is within the purview of direct perception as the witness of the enjoyment of the fruits of action, still his divinity is ignored by them. So, though it is every experience is ours, is possible because of the presence, no? I can see you because not of the eyes, not of the nervous system, not of the brain, what is called all the neurons, but behind his mind, behind his intellect, behind his ego, and behind that shining jyoti, no? That light of light is there. So that is the source for which to the eyes I am seeing, to the ear I am hearing. So it is the source of all perception. That's why Upanishad, that word is to be meditated upon every day. Pratibodha viditam. He says that every experience, we are searching for God. Where is God? Where is God? But truth, the matter of fact is that we are ignoring God and searching God. I am seeing God here, but I am finding where is God. Because it is manifestation of the power of the consciousness in a physical level. We call awareness, no? We are aware of, you are sitting here. We are aware it is night, 15 minutes past 8. So we are aware. How you are aware? What is that awareness, source of all awareness? That is the witness consciousness. That is you say witness consciousness, one term, if you take the philosophy of saksi. If you don't take it, you can say it is the cosmic consciousness pervaded everywhere, absolute. You can say it is Ishvara who is sitting in your heart as consciousness. These are all different language of expressing. But the power of God is in every one of us, the same. That's why it is said, Swamiji's beautiful word, manifest the goal is to manifest this divinity within. Each soul is potentially divine. That's why Swamiji actually get this Upanishadic idea and throw it to the public for our easy understanding. We don't know Sanskrit, we don't know Shankar Bhashya, but we can know this easily understand. Each soul is potentially divine. There is no higher and lower. And the goal is to manifest this divine within. Nothing is the goal. Only goal is to manifest. And that people manifest through jealousy, to hatred. That also people manifest by dedication, sacrifice, loving others, doing something good always for others. Manifestation. And it manifests like avatar. They manifest their divinity for all. There is no one goes beyond their purview. Ramakrishna is just a personality, is just giving the same attitude towards the sweeper, Rasik, to the Brahmo leader, Keshav Sen, Devendra Majumdar, Deven Thakur, Devendranath Thakur, the tall, great scholars and powerful people of that time, same rank for him. Latu sitting like that, he says, I see, it is, the mother is sitting like that. The same consciousness everywhere. And because it is a manifestation, his manifestation is, Christ manifested that way, Buddha manifested that way. That's why we have to believe that here in me is all power. I am miserly covering that and I will be happy with that. But it has to open up. So that's how to do. One becomes free from all bondage, knowing the Shiva, knowing that reality who is hiding and hidden in everything of the world. So, Gita, as we don't see the film that rises on the surface of the clarified butter, knowing the deity who is in all encompassing entity of the universe, and he is not visible to us, one can be free from all bondage. Esha devo vishwakarma mahatma sada jananam hridaye sannivishta hrida manisha manasa bhiklipto manasa abhiklipto hrida manisha manasa bhiklipto etad viduh amritaste bhavanti esha devo vishwakarma mahatma sada jananam hridaye sannivishta hrida manisha manasa abhiklipto jayetad viduh amritaste bhavanti. Esha, this divine entity with the Vishwakarma who creates this, who has created this universe, that God Lord who has created this universe, and this is the Mahatma, the all-pervaded soul, by the heart, Manisha, by the intellect, Manasa, by imagination, and will, Abhiklipta, finalized, Jananam, in the creature's heart, Sada Sannivishta, he is dwelling. So this divinity which we are talking about, who created this universe, Sada Janana, and always dwell in the hearts of the creatures, being finitized by emotions, intellect and will and imagination. Those who realize this becomes immortal. That means this divinity which is creating the entire universe, which is pervading everything, it is always dwelling in the hearts of the creatures. Without that, no movement is possible, no existence is possible. So being finitized, we are finitizing. Infinite, we are making finite. Asim, we are making Sima, finitized. By emotion, how? By your emotional touch, by your intellectual touch, by your will and imagination. Those who realize this become immortal. So, you have to understand what we are ignorantly pulling down in our emotional level as expression of our emotions, intellectual level as our understanding. This is only the same reality. Knowing that, one can be free from all bondage. So, this divinity who created this universe, who pervades everything, he always dwells in the hearts of creatures, being finitized by the emotions. With that, in our little emotion, it is the same divine power manifesting. How to understand that? In every understanding, right or wrong, through the intellect, you are finitizing that infinite. And we are imagining. Our will, that's also limitation. I will to do this, I wish to do this. That's the will. That's the limiting the infinite power of yours. Imagination, I want to be like this. You are finitizing the infinite. Now, those who realize that, this is the infinite lurking behind me, I am expressing it through my emotions. I am expressing to my intellectual understanding. I am thinking that it is in my imagination. I am deciding, wishing, willing. Through our will, through our imagination, through our actions, through our emotions, through our intellect, we are only that infinite. We are limiting it. If we understand that, That is the reality. And this is a small expression of that. No? Then we will be free from bondage. This passage may be taken in two ways. Well, either as referring to the psychological conditioning of the Atman in the embodied being, as I have told. It is psychologically, it is putting into limitation, psychologically conditioning the Atman which is unconditional. I am conditioning that Atman in the embodied being, this body. And I am thinking, what is God? My understanding, my emotions, my will, my imaginations. So, the functionality of the mind and intellect, I am thinking it is me. And second meaning can be done as indicating the way in which the Atman is intuited, in the way the Atman is conceived. Here it is translated according to the former sense, first sense. First sense means that is the referring to the psychologically conditioning the infinite. Infinite Atman, conditioning them through my emotions. Every day we become emotional for something or other. You are conditioning that in unconditional Brahman. Your all infinite consciousness is been crippled like this. Through your intellectual, and I understand this, that's only limitation of the infinite knowledge. So you are squeezing that. And your will, I will do this, willpower, that's also infinite. You are the entire universe. What you will, what you want to, what you wish anymore. If you are the boss of the entire universe, what do you want? If you are the owner of this house, do you think that I will have to steal this bag from there, put it in my pocket? Huh? It is yours. So if you think that I am that, then what will you wish for? And also imagine, had I be happy if I become like that. You will know even you are everything. Sun, moon, stars, galaxies, to gods, goddesses, everything. You are everything. The bipeds and quadrupeds and everything are you. Then what for you will be seeking for anything else? It's a foolishness, no? That what we are doing, we have become expert in conditioning the unconditional Atman, the pure self, birthless, deathless, endless, beginningless, timeless, spaceless. We have conditioned it. And there I am crying, oh, you said like that, and I start crying whole day. I'm conditioning that in infinite energy. That what we are doing, but know that emotion is possible because of the consciousness. Don't ignore that. We look at the emotion side. We look at the intellectual understanding side. I understand this. Okay, you can fight with another person. I understand. What understanding? You are the source of understanding. So, go back to your own. We are always, what we are living our day-to-day life is conditioning the unconditioned. And Rabindranath Tagore used to say, is the opposite sadhana. Shimar maje ashim tumi. Bajao apun sankho. Oh Lord, you are sure. Oh, I am sankho dichi. That is not sure. Okay. So he said, oh Lord, you are playing your note. In the sima, limited. The infinite is lurking behind that. Oh Lord, you are infinite. You are just manifesting yourself to the little. A tiny wildflower. See the beauty of it. Whose beauty? The infinite lurking behind. It's the leaves, when the sun comes up in the morning, the leaves shine forth so much. Did you see that? Whose glory is that? He shining, that is shining. So he is showing us how from the sima, limited, you can go. And what we have done, opposite. Our infinite nature forgotten, and I am with my emotion, I am with my understanding, I am my imagination, I will get that, I will get that. This is all foolishness. Limiting yourself into the pettiness. From infinite to pettiness. Let me see what he says here. Here it is translated according to the former sense. It constructed with a view to give the second meaning, it will read, the divinity who created this universe, another meaning of the same verse, who created the universe and who pervades everything, always dwell in the hearts of creatures. They become immortal who realize him by the process of indicated by the expression Hrida, Manisha, Manasa Viklipto. The significance of this expression requires further elucidation, Shankara says. Our translation here, being finitized by emotion, intellect, will and imagination, is somewhat different from that of the old commentators, most of whom take it according to the second way of construing, that is, as referring to the way of intuiting the Atman. There are three important words in it: Hrida, Manasa, Manasa Viklipto. Manisha, Manasa. Three words. Hrida, second word is Manisha, another is Manasa. The word Hrida and Hridaya, literally heart, is on the frequent occurrence in the Upanishads. They say, even meditation, they say, do meditation in the Hridaya, heart, is one of the frequent occurrence in the Upanishads and is given different meanings varying from the physical organ or that name to the various higher psychical levels in man, like the prana, mind, intellect, etc., up to Atman. The connection between the physical heart and those higher levels of our being is established by the theory that the heart is their locus. Thus, as Chandogya Upanishad says, all the pranas are established in the heart. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad speaks of sorrows of the heart. Shankara says, this is so because the lump of flesh known as the heart is the seat of the antakarana, inner organ. In the heart, we feel our all emotions, no? Suffering, joy, in the heart. That's why heart is the seat of our all understanding, finer organs, here identical with the buddhi. And Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, whose instrument of vision is the heart, where the heart means intellect according to Shankara. Again, Brihadaranyaka contains the passage, nose, color through the heart, where the heart is interpreted by Shankara as intellect and manas. Anyhow, the point is that the word heart is meant not the physical heart, but it is sometimes meant as intellect, sometimes used as the meaning as mind. So, Chandogya gives as etymological meaning of Hridayam, Hridi ayam iti, tasmat Hridayam, because this is one, that is, Atman resides in the heart, that is called the Hridayam. Here, the heart is the seat of Atman. In the Śvetāśvatara, we find some idea, assuming a form of the size of a thumb, the infinite being dwells in the hearts of creatures. Hrida Manasa Attatishtaddasangulum. This gives one an idea of the wide range of meaning attached to the word that is Hridaya. Our old thinkers believed that the prana, buddhi and manas, or antakarana as a whole, and the Atman itself are all, in a special sense, centered around this most important of all physical organ. They believe that the physical heart is very important, with all our emotions or our understanding rotates around that. Therefore, we always ask, meditate in the heart, meditate in the heart. In interpreting this particular Śvetāśvatara passages under discussion, many of the old commentators take Hridaya as the heart to mean by buddhi or intellect, because the heart is the seat of buddhi. Manisha is qualified as Hrida and means that which regulates the activities of thought. Manisha, by mind, who controls the mind, all the thoughts. Manasa means the direct experience, which is of the nature of thought. Thus, the meaning gives to this as well as to the identical Katho passage by Shankara is, they become immortal to whom this Atman is revealed to the direct experience, which is of the nature of thought and which is gained through the faculty of intellectual understanding that regulates the activities of the thought and resides in the heart. Another interpreter also derived the word hridaya. I'll tell you later next day because it is at the part. That means hridaya means the heart, and heart is very important factor in the level of psychological development of human soul. The think, here is the thinking part, emotional part, understanding part, and experience part. So that's why it is meditated on the heart is a seat of consciousness. As if the whole, as Ramakrishna said, Thakur said, that the governor of the state can stay anywhere, but he will be found more in the governor house. So the hridaya is danka mara jayega, is a place. Ramakrishna said, heart is a place which is announced, well announced in the public, no? That it is the place of the governor, the Atman. That's why we are meditate our Ramakrishna or Ishtadevata in the heart, because that is the seat of, see how it is in par with the Upanishads. We are practicing, normally our gurus teach us to meditate in the heart. Why? Because all these scriptures, Vedarnak, Chandogya, this, all we read just now, you need not have to understand everything, but they are mentioning that that is the seat of all understanding, all emotions, all feelings, all experiences. Therefore you want to experience the truth highest, so meditate as if he is concentratedly present there in the heart. Don't think of the physical heart, but the physical area, and otherwise mind will go in a different direction. So, this much is it. Manisha is by discriminative thought, by manasa is by direct experience, born both of this process. That the passage means, according to this interpretation, revealed by direct experience. Revealed by direct experience, which is born of negation of phenomena and of discriminative cognition of Atman, as distinguished from the phenomena thus negated. Okay, so this much is okay. So 2 verses we did, 15 and 16. We'll read again. 15 we will not give up. We can understand, read the other commented other books, what they have mentioned. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om, Tatsat, Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Tomorrow, 7:30, we'll again meet here, Gospel reading, and I will do the Gospel reading tomorrow.
But sometimes you are told to meditate on 8 petals, sometimes how come this?
These are, the point is that for some Shakti, matrikas, Ashtamatrika, some petals differ according